Hello there folks, it is TIJ Gaming and welcome back to the Neil Robertson Pro Career on Snooker 19, and today it is part 75 and it is crunch time in the last session of the Betfred World Snooker Championship last 32 match with ourselves, Neil Robertson, playing against Ryan Day, ranked 17th. At the moment we lead by 1 frame with a maximum of 6 frames left to play. Of course, it is the first player to win 10 frames. We have won 7 of them. Ryan Day has won 6. Crucially, since we took the lead at 4-3, Ryan Day has not had the lead. And to be honest, he hasn't deserved to have the lead. But we haven't been much better than Ryan Day. We definitely need to play better in this session to get over the line. It is certainly not all over yet. And it's quite scary to say that if this doesn't go to plan today, this could be the last episode of Season 3. And that is a bit of a worrying sign, isn't it? But let's go for frame number 14. Now, in the previous video, we watched the break off for frame number 14 because, because of the glitches that have happened previously. I didn't want to risk any problems of that nature in terms of a save danger. But the Crucible's pretty empty, and I think I've made the same mistake as I have a few times now. That is quite a shocker. We had a half chance there. I wanted to get on the black, you see. I should have just put some pace into it and made sure of the pot, really. We wanted to pot the red and get on the black, so we played it with not too much pace, played it with backspin. But it's up to Ryan Day to make us regret playing that cautiously now. And I'm getting my excuse in early here. It won't make a difference to you guys, but the brightness has changed on my TV. I was watching a program the other night. If you guys don't know, this is my bedroom television, as most teenagers would use. To watch TV programs, etc. And I was watching a program a few nights ago, and I thought, well, the brightness is a bit weird here, so I changed the TV settings. That's obviously affected the Xbox as well, so I don't know, it might make a difference to Snooker 19. The table certainly seems a lot brighter, so hopefully it doesn't have an adverse effect on our aiming and that sort of thing. But that first shot we played of the day was pretty abysmal, and hopefully that's not going to be the theme of the day. But this frame, we've only been 1 apart. It's a big swing frame, really. If Ryan Day wins this one, as it looks fairly good to be doing at the moment, although he needs a good split of the reds from this black. Let's see if he does that before what I was going to say. He's got the pot, and it's not a bad split, as he got a potting opportunity. Nothing easy.
He's aiming for the left corner here.
But he's taking on the pot. This is brave, and he's missed it. Wow. And he's actually gone in off, which helps us out, to be honest. We can put the cue ball wherever we want. And also, if it comes to be a close frame, we've got a few points without potting anything, so that's always a bonus. But what I was going to say is that this frame is a huge swing frame. If Ryan Day wins it, then it's a best of 5. If we win it, we've got a 2-frame advantage with a maximum of 5 to go. So that would be a biggie for us. So Ryan Day's given us the chance. I said earlier, really, that Ryan Day could have done with taking the initial chance, but I said it was a big one to be taking on. It was brave to be taking on that pot. But we obviously put the commentator's curse on Ryan. Missed the pot, and, well, he suffered for it. All I'll say, though, that's about as straight as you'd have needed, and that makes things a tad awkward for us. So, I have to play some side here, try and get into the reds. Well, that's not gone well, although we might get away with it. Yeah, I should have known playing some side, coming off the cushion, it was going to be awkward, but in some ways we get away with that, with leaving this half chance on. Tricky pot this, it's missable. Yep, we've missed it. And where's it going to go? The red. It's going to give him a pretty good chance of getting back into this. Well, he is already in it. He's 9 points ahead. Long pot to get another break started, and he's got the pot. But touching that green with a lot of power is going to mean that break's going to be over fairly quickly. He's going to probably look to put us in some trouble now. I'd have done so with the colour, personally. But each their own. And that's not a bad shot at all. Just going to go up and down, I think, here. If we play the up and down shot, isn't too much of a risk of leaving much on here. But much like the majority of the game, neither player really getting too comfortable. I think that is definitely linked to nerves and the occasion and everything. And that was a good shot, actually, to get the red where it was until, unfortunately, he made the mistake. But can you believe that? Can you believe how lucky he's got? He made the mistake and cannoned onto the red. And from there, unfortunately, he's left us in a bit of a tricky spot. If we can't get past this red, basically. Whatever swerve we play on it, there's no way of getting to another red here. So, I'm going to have a bit of a think. I think the best thing we can try and do is just try and play the red with not too much power, hopefully. Let's see how this goes. It doesn't look awfully bad. Play that red there. And play the safety. That's not too bad. It does leave a half chance for him. But he's just played the safety. And I think from there, that wasn't a bad shot. Ooh, that wasn't so good, though. And he has left this red on. Oh, it's a big shot. Big shot this is if we pot it. I think it's very much one of those hero or zero shots. You've got to just go for it. And whatever happens here, whether we pot it or we miss it, we're certainly going to open up the reds. And we've missed it.
Loose play like that isn't what you'd expect from a player of his quality.
But I think you would agree, and I said it a few seconds ago, I just wouldn't do anything differently. With that sort of shot, you've just got to commit. You can't play that sort of shot softly. Maybe in a final frame decider you might have your reservations, but you've just got to play with commitment and hope that you pot it. As Stephen Hendry says a lot. Don't focus on what you're going to leave. Just focus on getting the pot.
9.
And we did focus on the pot there, but we were ever so slightly off. It was a highly paced shot to get the reds open. And because we were a little bit off, the jaws prevented us potting the red. And I think the way it's going here and the way the reds are situated, we are heading towards a best of 5 now.
24.
I don't think either players particularly deserved a last 16 shot, but one of us is going to get there.
Great positional shot. He'll be happy with that.
25.
But in previous years,
28.
we've overcome Tom Ford in the first round quite easily. I think 10-6 was the results in Season 1. Obviously in Season 2, I made the mistake, unfortunately, of not putting it in long matches for the first round, so we beat him in the first round. I think it was 3 frames to 1. But yeah, this year, it seems to be a much fiercer competition, which I enjoy, but it's not very enjoyable when we're in this sort of form. I don't mind playing against someone who's playing well, and we're playing well as well, but at the moment, this is very uncomfortable.
Tremendous shot.
I'm just hoping if we scrape through this match that we have some sort of epiphany and we play better in the last 16. But look at that. Wow.
Neil Robertson, 6.
That was a real dodgy shot. But of course, the frame's pretty much secured. He's 45 ahead. There's 43 on. I'm going to try and pot this red. This is tricky. But if we can pot the red and then the black, then we can maybe try and get the snooker. And the red's there. Although because he didn't play that with much vigour, we unfortunately couldn't really get any position on the black. But it's a good pot. The only problem is, where's the position for a snooker here?
8.
Guess we just try and put the red up behind the yellow ball. Nope, it's ran too far. It's a complete misjudgment there, and that actually gives him a decent half chance to get that into the middle pocket. But he's going to play the safety. I feel like that was a missed opportunity with the red being that close to the yellow. I want to hit this hard enough to put it by the yellow, but equally not too soft, if you catch me drift. And that's, well, half what we've done. Depends if we get a bit of cover from the brown. Pull up, pull up, pull up.
That's what he was attempting.
Oh, well, it is. We've got the snooker. He needs to hit the red. And he's hit it. Fair play to him. You can't argue at that one too much. And hopefully we hit the red there. But this is going to be a little bit of an awkward one for us because he's actually got a half chance at potting this on the cushion.
Foul, and that
But we committed the foul anyway, so...
Foul.
Yeah, that was a poor display from us, to be
This
honest.
is a tricky one along the cushion.
But he's potted the red. I'm going to be rude here.
Frame.
Oh, I'll tell you what, if he went in off there, I'd have been gutted at conceding the frame.
Neil
So yeah,
Robertson.
maybe a bit hasty there, but Ryan Day takes it to a best of 5, and I don't know what it is, whether it's the crucible pressure or what, but there's been a noticeable drop-off in our play since, well, the China Open, any tournament, to be honest, and how we've played today. You might see that as harsh, and, you know, you can be your own worst cricket. You can be your own worst critic, I suppose, but we've not played well, but that was a cracking break-off to get him in a snooker, but Ryan Day's also come with a pretty good reply. You can't argue with that one too much. But there is a very much a good chance if we hit this delicately at getting a start here. I want to hit this as soft as possible, but obviously make sure we've got a potting chance. Don't want to get in trouble as well with the black, that's my only fear. So we're looking about 15%, we're going to have to hit this. Oh well. The slightest problem with side and you miss the pot.
He's taking on the pot along
This
the
is
cushion.
worrying, this is really worrying. You know, we've gone out in the last 16 the last 2 years.
1.
And I've seen that as a failure. But Ryan Day wins this frame from here and all of a sudden he's the favourite.
9.
And if we go out at the last 32 stage this year, I just don't know how we get motivated for another season. I really don't. Because it's great to win the tournaments throughout the season, but everyone knows really that it all builds up to this. You've got to have a good consistent season, I accept that, but the 3 seasons we've had that have been very inconsistent, it would be saved really by a good performance in the World Championships. If we only get... Well, I don't think you get anything, do you, for going out the last 32 stage if you haven't qualified. You know, if we lose 30 grand, say, and you know your contemporaries, your Ronnies, your Higgins, etc., are getting 100,000, then how do you recoup that over a season?
28.
So the alarm bells are starting to ring with me, I can tell you.
29.
But I've nearly finished my cup of tea, which we started the episode on. So let's hope that sparks. Hopefully not poisoning, but
Ryan Day.
a fair result. But yeah, Ryan Day couldn't do that in one visit. That's been really the theme of the match, to be quite honest.
Against the cushion.
A few cannons there have helped us out, I'll tell you. And that might be another cannon that helps us out.
This isn't easy.
Oh, he's going for the pot here, but he's missed it by quite a way. But again, he's... don't know whether it's luck or what, but he's not left anything on. Very fortunate. If there's a plant here anywhere, don't think there is. Not that I'm willing to take on at this stage, to be honest. We're going to have to get this cue ball right up to bulk in terms of... Oh, well, we've overhit that. That's not going to happen. It might do, actually. We've got to get it sort of where the yellow is. About there. About here. About here. That's bang on. That's a good shot. Just wants to avoid any chance of him potting the red. Is he going to go for this one, though? Nope. Just going to play the safety. And again, he's covered that red. But let's try and put him in a bit of trouble here. Is the cue ball going to play ball? I think it is. Depends if you can see the red past the brown. Well, you can see all of these, unfortunately. Just slightly under hit, and, well, that was a bit unlucky. But that is a poor shot. We can see this, and I think at this point of the frame it's worth taking on. It's a dangerous one if we miss it.
But a half chance.
But it's one of them, you just can't resist it. Down the cushion. This looks pretty good. And it's dropped.
That was no more than a half chance, but he made it look simple. Great stuff.
Right, we've got to make sure we avoid the in-off here of the cue ball. You've got to watch that, but we've got to get the pot first and foremost. I'll tell you what, we've gone short, haven't we? We've gone short. Come on, black, come on, black, come on, black. Oh, no, no, no. I had that sinking feeling as soon as I'd hit it that we'd gone too short. I mean, fortunately, there weren't any reds available, but that could have very easily been completely embarrassing. But I'll tell you what, we weren't far off potting that black. Half chance here. We're just not playing well. And it's weird, I've had a break through all the sessions, and each session we've played the same, really. So it's just gone for the safety. Got a pretty decent one. Where that red is, the one that could potentially be potted with the blue, is in a nice position there for the man playing a safety. Because you've got to be pretty unlucky to leave it on. You've got to get the cue ball, if you like. If you look at the bulk line, in between the blue and the red, and it's not a necessary case that you'd leave it on there. So, again, that would be an interesting one. But it's a big safety battle, this. That the winner of this safety battle could really come up trumps. Really could. Because taking a lead at this point, I know it's a bit cliche, but this is the best time to have a lead. Don't mind it hitting off that yellow. Makes the queuing awkward for Ryan. Yeah, you have to play with top here, so you have to play this with a bit of pace. Didn't want to do that, and that's why he's left a red on. Needs to take this opportunity, really.
Tricky shot here.
I mean, you can moan all you like, but it's obvious that with some of the... yeah, some of the... God, I can't speak today. Some of the shots we've seen so far, that Ryan Day seems to have a run of the ball a little bit. And again, that's not me criticising him at all. It's just, well, it's a fact at the moment. So we're not going to get too many chances off him playing poor shots. I wanted to avoid that black going in. So that's why I did that.
6.
But can we see a pot here? That's my question. I think we've blown it. Again, you know, it's just inconsistent play. You know, playing with topspin, it's a dangerous world. Well, that was just silly.
Robertson.
We tried playing with side earlier on in the frame and it didn't work.
He's looking to pop this.
Misguided there.
1.
It'd have been great if it had worked out, but to be honest, we put ourselves in the bad position by ourselves. So, you know, it's our own fault if we go on and lose this frame. And this would be a big swing for Ryan Day. He'd be chuffed to win the first 2 frames of this session.
9.
Because at the end of frame 15, he'd lead for the first time since frame number 6. And that really puts the pressure on us.
14.
But, you know, if I know it's very early to say, but if our play doesn't improve, if we go out here, you can't exactly say we've deserved to stay in. You know, it's meant to be the highest calibre tournament of the season, and we've played a few decent frames, but I can only count on one hand the amount of good frames we've played. There's got to be 2 or 3 frame wins that have come through either sheer luck or just being a bit scrappy and grabbing a chance here and there.
Can't see any problems here.
21.
So, 4 reds left. The only problem I can potentially see is those 3 reds on the cushion. But if he gets the next red, then these reds won't be a headache. Yeah, he leads by 52. If he can get this... Oh, he's got that red. That's no problem. And barring snookers, Ryan Day has turned round a 7-6
26.
loss, if you like. What's it called? Disadvantage into an advantage of 8-7. It's worrying signs for us here. And that's pretty much frame over. Black's going to go, so 68 ahead with 43 again. You know, let's just concede the frame. He's only going to play a safety here. And worrying signs. This is really worrying for us.
Well, he's taken the lead here.
Yes,
He's taken the lead, and it's been a long time since he's took the lead. But the best time to be in the lead is at this stage.
Frame 16. Ryan Day to break.
So, it goes without saying, really, that we need this frame. But we're not going to just chuck at any chance. We know, we're not stupid. We're not going to just go for any half chance here and there. Hit that a bit hard, but again, we're pretty much okay. We might leave the 1 red on potentially here. There's very much a half chance, but...
It's half a chance, but a chance nonetheless.
Apart from that, nothing else, but... he's missed the red. This is tight stuff here. Oh, just about missed the red on the cushion. Lucky man there, but a good safety. But if we win this frame, and I'd love to, it'd make our job so much easier than being 9-7 down. If it's 8 each, then it's a best of 3. Ooh. See what I mean about just getting away with things? You know, this isn't a nice shot, but it's one I just feel like we've got to take it on here.
He's looking to pop this into the right corner.
He'll want to try and tie up his game.
Man.
Pace is
We're
very
on. I just oh well, that's a stupid shot, but you know, at least we don't force ourselves to play something as daft as that. We're just really not getting the run of the balls. I.e., when we miss, we're not really getting a chance to be fortunate. I mean, Ryan Day hasn't there, but you have to say that it was a stupid shot in the first place he played.
1.
And we get the red, but it was always going to be awkward queuing out of here. So, 1 shot only, really, and that's the yellow.
I think he's playing this with a lot of power.
And it's there. But where's the cue ball going to end up? Where's the cue ball going to end up? Well, can you believe it?
3.
You just can't believe it, can you? You really can't. Try and get this cue ball on the black cushion. We've left a pot.
Neil Robertson.
It's really worrying to be playing like this. I understand we're not playing too well, but it's so annoying when the other player makes a mistake and doesn't really leave all that much on. I mean, again, he's played a stinker of a shot there. I mean, he won't leave much on now. It might be a good safety from him. And to be fair, it is. He doesn't leave that much on. You know, good shot from Ryan Day. But it can be so annoying when they play the safety and... well, they don't play the safety, if you like. They go for a ballsy shot, knowing they could leave something on, and they don't. But this is a ballsy shot. And it's a lovely pot. You know, when we know our potting ability is good, we've just got to get that confidence back into our game. And I think as we get that confidence back, we'll start to get the run of the ball a little bit more.
6.
But time's running out to get that run of the ball. You know, if he wins this frame, then we've got a problem. So, another half chance here, but again, might not leave much in terms of position, but it's a cracking pot. And we had to play that with some pace just to make sure we could get on anything there. I don't know if the pink goes here. No, it doesn't. So it's going to have to be brown ball. Quite an aggressive shot to try and open up the reds here.
Well, an excellent pot.
That's it. A few reds opened up. Again, not the best split, but not too surprising, really.
11.
It's going to have to take another good long pot here. Another very good long pot, actually.
He's taking on the long red to the corner.
Beautiful.
Brilliant shot.
Want that cue ball to pull up, though. Pull up, pull up, pull up. It's not ended brilliantly. It's not placed itself brilliantly there. Let's have a look if we just go for the soft shot. You know, I feel like this is a half chance in this frame, but actually that's okay. If we get this right, that is. It's a half chance, but it's one that if we go ever so slightly wrong, we could leave ourselves in a bit of trouble. But now we've got, for the first time in a while, a shot here, a straight shot, and we can just get ourselves a bit better in terms of position. And even when we give ourselves the opportunity to do that, we can't get the position. You know, we were trying to get straight on the blue there. We can't, and again, we're relying on a bit of topspin. A lot of topspin, actually.
That's an unforced error.
And based on the reaction of Neil Folds there, we've got naff all in terms of position.
23.
And it could be worse. We'll just have to play the safety, but again, this is frustrating. It really is. I feel like the lack of fluidity is
Neil Robertson.
what actually sent Robertson out in real life this year. Selby's slow game just, you know, slowed Robertson down. And I feel like the same thing affects us, funnily enough, as a player who's representing Neil Robertson. But as a player, if we're not in a flow, then it can be quite damaging. So it's funny how we're quite similar like that. That was a bizarre shot, and for once, he doesn't actually get the run of the ball. Thank Christ for that.
He's going for the right centre.
I did wonder about that safety and thought, oh, you watch, he just gets the run here, but no, he doesn't, so that was a poor safety from Ryan Day, and this is as good a chance as any. We need to take this chance, and I've said this time and time before, but this is very much the time to take the chance. Get on with it here, and walk away with the frame. I think the pink just about passes the ball to that pocket, so got no problems on that front.
8.
I hope we've judged it right, and it does. Yep, it does.
He'll want this to drop into the centre pocket. Tremendous pot.
But just knocking a few balls in like this, it just gives you a bit more confidence to know you can do it.
15.
And we need to take this chance, because if we don't, then I feel like he's going to come to the table and make it 9-7. That's enough pressure to make you say, right, we really need to take this now. Really need to take it. Because if we don't, it's not necessarily game over, but it makes it very tricky for us to get back into it. I think
22.
we should be okay here. We've not played the best shot there. That wasn't ideal. Not as bad as I thought, though, actually. That's okay.
Playing for the middle pocket. No problem there.
He really looks in fine.
Just need red and colour to get to snooker as required. And it's been the first time in this match for quite a while that we've been under real pressure to deliver. Yes, it would be nice to get, you know, the frames, to get a gap and etc, etc. But we haven't been under this amount of pressure for a while to really deliver, to make sure we stay in the match.
So, justice blue required.
And the blues there.
What a pop that is.
Get the little touch on the reds and get a little bit of luck, I suppose, there.
No real way for his opponent to win the frame now.
Would like to get the red just to call it a day in this frame.
This is tough.
In terms of any chance of Ryan Day. Oh, no wonder I was using the wrong stick there. I was thinking, why is the spin not working? Actually increasing the power bar. And we popped the red. I'm really glad about that. I just didn't want to go through a long safety battle. You know, if we missed that, he'd probably, like I say, go for a bit of a safety shot. Unfortunately, there was no real way of getting on these reds. But you know what? I don't really care. Let's just pop the pink. We'll have a gap of, what, 60 at this point? Is there a potential plant there? Why not?
41.
Don't really care if this doesn't go in. No, we've missed it. I really couldn't care less. You know, we've won the frame at that. We've won the frame, and we're back in it. We've stopped the rot, because if he'd have won 3 in a row there, things would have started to have got really scary. But now, it's quite amazing when it gets to this point, isn't it? You know, we played 16 frames, and it comes down to a best of 3. We need 2 frames to get through. We've got 3 frames in which to get it. But it's completely equal footing now. The only thing that's in our court's a bit of an advantage is that we've got a little bit of momentum after winning the last frame. But again, now's the time. I don't care what it takes. We just need a bit of a spark. And Ryan Day is the man with that spark. That is a lovely, lovely pot there.
Tricky pot.
I can't see him making too much of this chance, but if he can shine like that, then he's got a real chance. And he's made that chance for himself by playing the terrific shot to nothing. Had the bravery to do that, and then misses the red.
Ryan Day, 3.
Well, that's what Ryan Day can do, folks. You've seen what Ryan Day can do now. Not being rude about that necessarily, just saying, well, that's the bottle he's got. You know, it's a bit of an unfortunate shot. But you've got to be clinical at this point. And he missed the red. We could miss the black here. But we've potted it. But the thing that's always prevented us, in the last 3 frames anyway, of having a real chance, is our luck with the balls. But to be fair, we can't really moan too much about that on this visit.
He's looking at this red to the corner. Tremendous pop.
So, it's early to talk, but
9.
a lot of these top 16 professionals win frames in one visit. They're known for it. And when we play at our best, we can do that. And what I'm saying is, we're talking early, but
14.
win this frame, and it's 1 to win with 2 to go. Just reduces the pressure on us,
Just once this pop.
rather than needing every single frame. Gonna have to go to a bulk colour here, probably the yellow.
15.
Wasn't really too much choice in the matter there, given where the pink and blue are.
He's going for the left corner pocket. Beautiful.
Just need a bit of a touch off the side cushion. Perfect. Good shot.
17.
And I wouldn't mind here getting down for the black. Just want to be careful we don't overhit this. We have slightly, but it won't harm us, I don't think. We bounce off the cushion, pull up now. That's about where we wanted it. We've got the cover of this red here first off.
Pretty straightforward.
Then we can try and get as good a position from this on the black to try and open up the remaining red balls. But even if we can take the 30 odd points here, that's an important thing to get. Every point counts at this point. Every point that's available. Just realign this up. Doesn't hurt to take 2 or 3 glances, particularly when it's so as important as this. And another good pot. But what's the position like? Given the tone of Neil Folds' voice, Not great. And, well, he's right. So, it now turns to us to try and put Ryan Day in a bit of bother here. And that's not a bad shot. Just depends how much cover we've got there.
Neil Robertson, 33.
The most important thing is he should be forced into playing a safety. As long as we don't leave a pot on, I'm quite happy with wherever that cue ball ended up. And it was just the safety. And, well, the safety's not been executed well. It's not a bad one. It's, you know, not awful. I'll tell you what, if we decide to play this, and I haven't fully committed to this yet, just having a look at angles, etc. Big shot this if we take it on. Big shot.
Taking on the long red to the corner pocket.
And we'll know pretty quickly whether this is going to go in or not.
Another great long
And it's
pot.
there. Great pot. You've just got to have the ball sometimes to take that sort of shot on, knowing that, well, you know, if we miss, then we leave this on. Well, if you don't take it on, well, you're pretty much not going to win the match, so... Obviously, there's time and a place to take those sort of shots on.
Long potter, and he's taking this on.
But now we have taken that shot on, it just opens up a lot more than we had before.
That's a beauty.
This now is a great chance to go and win frame number 17. Put us one away from the next round with a maximum of 2 to play. But more importantly, put the pressure on our opponent with him needing both of the frames, 2 frames, with a maximum of 2 to play.
Very nicely done.
But with these frames so far and how they've gone, they're very much a case of it ain't over till it's over, so not going to speak too much about that just yet. Don't want to jinx it.
15.
I mean, the pace of the frames have been pretty quick, actually. We've, provided we win this frame, we'll have played 4 frames in about 40 minutes here,
22.
which is pretty quick. Oh, yeah. What do you make of that? It might not be 4 frames in 40 minutes now.
He's attempting to sink this.
We're near to the line. 52 ahead with 75 remaining. He pots that red. Could Ryan Day pull off the steal? We've been talking for a few minutes now about
1.
putting the pressure on Ryan, but interesting shot. I thought he might not have had the power on that first off.
6. 7.
He obviously hasn't got to really bear in mind what colours he gets, because he's still got a comfortable gap to take a few risks here, if you like, but he's going to have to go for the long red on this cushion. He did hit the side jaw and the centre pocket, so he doesn't give himself a chance on any of those. So he's just playing a safety here, actually. That's a bit of a surprise, but I mean, I guess not too much of a surprise in the end, actually. And to be fair to him, it's a pretty good shot. It's a pretty good shot. Just going to have to play a shot to nothing here, I think.
He's missed it.
I didn't expect that to go how it did. We overhit it slightly, and the cue ball came off the jaws.
He fancies this red. That's really close.
But he's missed the red.
Not quite close enough.
Ryan Day misses the red. Where's it going, though? Where's it going to go? No, it hits the jaw. It's the side cushion, actually, not even the jaw. This frame just gets crazier and crazier. 4 reds left. We've got a gap of 42 points to Ryan Day. I feel like it's just that sort of time to try and get him in a bit of trouble. Not the best angle to do so, unfortunately, but... yeah. Or do we just go for the jugular here? Can't quite get the angle on this red to put it into the middle pocket, I don't think. And it ain't worth trying it at this stage. Taking the risk. That red would go with side, but again, the way we played with side today has been rubbish. I'm just going to put this cue ball. It might be a dangerous one. I'm going to put this cue ball on the black cushion. And it was one of those shots.
Tough shot. And it hasn't worked out all that well.
A little bit unlucky. I feel like if that red have hit the side cushion rather than the jaw, we wouldn't have left anything on. But this is a chance now. Long way back for Ryan Day, but it's amazing how those little leads, well, big leagues actually, can turn into a little lead, and Ryan Day could take the advantage here.
5.
Nothing easy here apart from the bulk colours, and now he's taken a lot of these bulk colours. He's got to be careful to some extent about his colour choice. We lead by 35 with 43 to go. You know, the more he goes for these bulk colours, the more that
Nicely onto the colour.
the more he's going to have to pot. The more balls he's going to have to pot in the end. So he's going for the green here. Again, 31 ahead, 35 remaining. He's going to have a certain ball here to be in this. He's going to have to go on green or above. Well, he needs brown, really. But he's missed the red. So I can't even get the red there. That was, well, nothing short of a disaster. So it's not all over yet, but it's a bit of a get out of jail free, that is, in this frame. Just play the safety. Don't leave the red in a potable position. And I think we've got the snooker with the brown. Can you just see this? Yeah, you can just see the edge of the red. But look at that chance. Look at that chance. It's a tough one. Right on the side cushion.
Red required here.
But pot this. Don't have to worry about position. Just pot this. And we win the frame. Frame should be won anyway from there.
Pot that is.
And that shuts the door on his opponent in this frame.
1.
I'm going to go for the blue here, you know. I just feel like
The long pot's on.
if we go for the blue, it just gives us that bit more security. Less likelihood that he's going to come back to the table.
Excellent shot.
What's the gap?
6.
37, 27 left. So he might well come back to the table. Just going to try a half chance on this yellow. And it's a good pot, cracking pot. So I don't think Ryan will come back to the table now. But I'm not really bothered about any heroics here.
8.
Let's just get the green safe and move on to the next frame. Hopefully, I'd like to say a frame that we can win
Robertson, 8.
and beat him by 10 frames to 8. But that's a big turnaround, that is, really is.
And now the frame is...
Bearing in mind we were 7-6 back. It's 2-2 in this session.
One frame lead here. Some pretty impressive snooker.
It's been the same score. We've had that one frame advantage ever since frame 7,
Ryan Day,
if you take it in chunks of 4. But, you know, it's not gone with the norm in the last few frames. We might leave that red on the cushion here, you know. It's only a half chance, and in the predicament Ryan's in, I wouldn't be taking that on. But it's been one of those matches, to be honest, that screamed from fairly early on decider, so we'll see. He is taking it on well. I misjudged his bottle there. He played very well to pot that, but it's not all just about one pot. As you can see, he's not left himself on anything here. He's got a half chance, and to be fair, he's potted the red. Again, he's proven us wrong with every shot, but he's not making it necessarily easy for himself.
Beautifully done.
But all we can do is sit at the chair now and analyse.
14.
And it might have been a little bit of a misinformed decision to leave that red on along the cushion. Give him the chance at least to pot it. He's opened up a few here. What's his luck? A little bit unlucky. They block each other, I think. Yep, just going to have to play the safety here. So not as worrying as I first thought.
Ryan Day, 20.
Not as worrying as I first thought, but that is a bit of a pain. That's red there. So I think what I'm going to do is just go for the safest option possible, and that really hasn't turned into the safest option possible. We've played it too soft, and we've left him a potting opportunity.
Well, that'll annoy him.
I wouldn't play a different shot.
Day, 4.
It was fair enough to play what we played,
That's a great split.
but incompetence from us. I think that's a fair word to use. It was absolutely shocking, that was. Not to hit that hard enough to get it It's the black cushion because we've now given him a brilliant chance. After all the hard work we did in the previous frame, we've now given him a brilliant chance to go and win this frame and take, well, take us into what would be no doubt the biggest frame of our season. No doubt about it at all. And one thing's for certain, if he wins this frame, it's either going to be the last frame of our season or Ryan Day's season. And we both knew that coming into the game.
Well, he's taking it on.
But being the seeded player, you'd expect to get through. But we haven't played like a seeded player.
Ryan Day.
But, you know, some of the shots that Ryan Day's played, you'd question how he's qualified. I don't mean that in a rude way either. It's just, well, it's just facts, isn't it? So, try and get this safe. See how long it is to the cushion. We just really want to get this cue ball about in the middle of the table somewhere on that bulk cushion. That's about right. That's okay. We'll take that. Yeah. I'll take that. Breathe a bit of a sigh of relief for now. Ooh, lucky man. Lucky man. Nearly left that red on there. Ooh, very close to hitting the jaw. We get away with it. And if it had been a little bit more angle, we'd have really got away with it. Goodness me. Is he going to go for this one down the cushion? Nah, just playing a safety on it. You just wouldn't at this point, but that is a bad shot. Have we got the potting angle? We have.
That's a pretty poor attempt, really.
And if we pot this, we're back in the frame. And we have got the opportunity now. It's a few difficult shots. But we have got the opportunity, most importantly, now to strike. We have now got the first opportunity to win this match. You know, black and pink being held up as such isn't really the best thing here. But just played that with some top, tried to move the balls a bit. And we've been fairly successful in that. But because of how open the table is, if we were to give Ryan Day a chance, he wouldn't not take it, I feel like, here. Which is why we've got to take it.
13.
And if we win this frame, well, I wouldn't give another thought to how we played today. I wouldn't really care less that we've scraped through if we get there. As long as we get there, whether it was 10-0 we beat Ryan or 10-9, apart from a few inklings in the back of your mind, I ain't going to be fussed. But we've got to get there first, and it's not a formality. It really isn't a formality. Particularly the way we've played today.
19.
And also the fact that we're restricted a lot, not just a little bit. The fact we're restricted a lot by only the blue ball being on. But remember, to move the red over into a playable position, those few reds that have now become playable, we also had to move the pink. So that's a sacrifice we had to make, but I think a sacrifice that's probably going to work out.
I'm not surprised he's taking on the long pot here.
My best hope here is that Ryan Day's hit his last shot. It's all in our control now, and it's a lovely place to be, but it can very quickly change.
This looks pretty simple.
To the opposite. But as long as we keep potting balls, keep getting those reds and blues,
26.
and we've got a good chance. I would take on that black, but again, it's just the chance of missing that. It's just not worth it.
So I'd assume he'd take this on.
Just far more comfortable with playing that blue ball.
He's on a real roll here. Great striking.
31.
I mean, it seems to have been an eternity, the time that we've been striking these reds and blues, but we're still behind Ryan Day's total. Amazing, really. And you might say we're the favourite, but the scores don't lie. Ryan Day's still the leader in this frame.
His cue power after that shot.
37.
And now is the time, I think. We've got a red on the cushion
This is a real
to try and bring the
opportunity
black
to
back
take
into
the
play. It's a risky one to take on.
lead. Great play to get back into a frame.
But it's
that looked
there.
dead and gone. But this is where the pressure starts to mount.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more with Neil
Snooker being
Folds.
played at the moment. I'm really enjoying this.
And I was going to play some backspin there, but then thought, how are we going to get on that next red?
Well, that's a surprise.
Neil Robertson. 40.
Man, I half thought that, you know, playing that.
1.
Bloody hell. He works so hard to get everything here. I mean, that's an interesting shot. It's a tricky one to take on, this red.
Corner here.
And he's missed it.
Ryan Day. 3.
But just to think we could have finished it off. Could have been finished. You know, and I half thought, it's a chance. You know, we could muck it up. And did we have to bring the black back into the game? Not really. Just give us a bit more comfort.
That's
But
what he was going for.
that ain't a bad
Played
safety
it
shot.
well.
Getting the snooker. And that is a shocking reply. We'll take the 7 points, thank you very much. I don't know what he was thinking there. He aimed right at the
Not
black.
what he intended, and to be honest,
Miscue?
I'm sure
No
what
idea.
the intention
But
was.
if we've got the opportunity, I'm going to ask the referee to put the black back where it was and play that one
For his
again.
opponent to play again.
He's going for a different strategy.
Control over the pace
And
of
well,
the
I don't know what he's doing here. He's played the green. You could say we might be exploiting the system here, but I don't care.
Not
Any
really
way
the
to get over
result
the
he was
line.
after.
Foul and a miss. Neil Robertson. 4.
He's been asked to play again.
Surely on the third attempt it's going to be something a bit
Trying
better.
to reduce any risk with this shot.
Nope.
Foul and a miss. Neil Robertson. 4.
Well, he's asked for the retake.
And he's hit the blue that time. You know, you could say, well, it's stupid this is. The AI are obviously thick or
Disappointed with
something,
that
but,
shot, I think.
you know, it's
Foul and a miss. Neil
something
Robertson,
that
5.
you
Well,
can't hit the
he's asked
ball,
for the
and
retake.
every time we're just getting more points. And he's nearly done it that time, so I think it'll only take him probably one more
Neil
attempt.
Robertson. 4.
No
But we
real
lead by
goals
23.
here.
It's nearly game over here.
In again.
He's hit the blue. We lead now by 28. This is like the McGill and Wilson
Well,
match
It was a really hard shot, and it hasn't worked out for him at all.
in real life.
Foul and a miss. Neil Robertson. 5.
Forcing to
Now
retake
play
again. Hitting the wrong ball here.
Doing the
Could
simple escape route here.
make it snooker's required. He's gone in off though. So that's 4 points.
Hasn't really worked out at all.
I
Foul and
think.
Neil Robertson.
Yeah,
4.
force him to. I mean, I could have forced him to continue there actually.
If he hits this, he could be in
No,
trouble.
he ain't going to hit it that time.
Foul. Neil Robertson. 4.
Well, let's
Um,
see what he chooses to do here.
So we lead by 36. 35 to play. So all that advantage that Ryan Day had, you can very much say we got out of jail free. But would you look at that? Well, for those of you who didn't realise that, we missed the red. We missed the red. How stupid. How very, very stupid.
Just a little opening here. Let's see if he can take
I
it
just
home.
can't believe how,
Foul.
well,
Ryan Day,
we've just
4.
led to our own problems here. We've made our own issues, and if we ever lose this frame now, then there is only one person to blame. Really is. You know, Day's very capable of getting a snooker. He hasn't got it.
Just the red needed here.
Just need the red.
Great pot.
But we've got over the line before. We've got over the line before.
What's the point of no return in this match?
1.
But then we made a cock-up. So, again, not going to quite say anything just yet till it's over. And again, we've missed the pink. I want to get the position for the yellow. He will play on here.
1.
33 ahead with 27 remaining. We're making it as hard as we possibly can to get over the line here. But it's a good chance on the yellow, that is. If we can pot the yellow,
Not played
surely
that
it's
well.
all
Top
over.
Shot, but he could have played it better.
Oh, we've missed the yellow.
He's taking it on.
This is ridiculous. This is painful. And the trouble is, one of these times, he's not going to be so nice to us. He's going to get us in a snooker at one point. Either that or we're going to make a mistake. Which is probably the most likely of the two. We just need to play this out though. Keep our head.
This looks safe to me.
Because we've got a 96%, 97% chance of having this match won. And that has probably just increased by another percentile. Get that yellow potted. Get it away from the brown. And that should be game over. I just want to pop this green just to make sure. You know, in real life, he might have shook our hand there. But I just want to make sure of the fact. And we've bloody missed the green. He might shake our hand now. I wouldn't at this point. But he does. Thank God for that. We get through the first round of the World Championship by 10 frames to 8. Yeah. I don't really know how to view that. We get through and that's great and all. Brilliant, but did we just deserve it? Not really. If we played a better opponent, we'd have probably been looking like maybe 5-10 to them. We'd have probably been slaughtered. So, I hope that this match becomes a lesson. I hope it becomes a lesson to us in this next match that we're playing. However we're playing, it's a best of 25. We've got a bit more time to get into the match, but even so, I hope this match gives us a lesson that we've got to play our best, or else it can all end in tears. We beat Ryan Day by 10 frames to 8. It's been a brilliant 3 sessions. I hope you guys have enjoyed those 3 sessions. I really have. They've been horrible at some point, but you know what? We got through. That's the main thing. Let's see who we're playing in the second round. It was Mark Allen in Season 1. It was Ronnie O'Sullivan in Season 2. I'm not looking at the camera. Not looking at screen, sorry. I'm going to guess we're going to get a similarly really nasty opponent. Would you believe it? It's deja vu. It's not Tom Ford that's the same opponent this time. It's our round 2 opponent. And funny how the rankings sit like that. That was actually the score in last year's match. But of course reversed. Ronnie beat us 13 frames to 6. It was the stuff of horrors. We were awful. And hopefully all those demons from back then do not come back to haunt us. But yeah, Ronnie again. Well, we've got to overcome it at some point. You know, if we're going to get to where we want to be, we've got to overcome Ronnie at some point. But what a draw at the second round stage. What a draw. I mean, could you imagine that in real life? I know that Robbo's not really up to sorts in game, but in real life that would be a magnificent matchup. Interesting. Very interesting. So, how are we going to do it? 8 frames are going to go up to, I think, in episodes. So, on, let's think where we are. On Friday's episode, which will be the first one of this, we'll play 8 frames against Ronnie. And then on Monday's episode, we'll play another 8 frames. And then, of course, on Wednesday, we'll play how many frames we need, though, a maximum of 9. What a tough match that'll be. But the main thing for the moment is that we've got through that first round. Oh, the thought of playing Ronnie over a best of 25 is giving me the shivers already. But if you've enjoyed those 3 sessions, make sure to leave a like down below. Comment your thoughts as well, of course, and subscribe for regular Snooker 19 content on a Monday, Wednesday, and a Friday at 6 PM. Thank you for your company, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye for now.